we watched 2016's The Witch, directed by
Robert Eggers.
Robert Eggers.
Or The Vivitch, as the title is stylized. Did you notice that?
No.
That's weird. 2 V's.
Anyway, so this movie came out in 2016, as we already said.
Yes.
And it's about witches.
Yes.
But also kind of not. All right, so for this review, we're just going to jump into spoilers since it's a couple years old. So if you haven't seen it, skip this part.
It's on Netflix, guys. Come on.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, actually, so if you haven't seen it, I suggest you watch it right now. About an hour and a half later... So, did you watch it?
What'd you think?
Yeah.
It's pretty good, right?
For those of you playing at home, if you did watch it, tell us what you thought in the comments section.
Did you actually see this when it came out?
Yeah. Now, back to the review. Anyway, so I meant to see this in theaters.
Really?
I didn't get around to it, though. And if I remember correctly, that was a pretty stacked year.
Yeah.
2016 had a lot of good releases out. So it kind of got lost in the shuffle.
I think so.
But
for me, too.
This was soon after Ex Machina.
Yeah, right around there.
So...
Which was another A24 joint.
Right, and that's what I was going to say is that it was around this time where I was really starting to become keen on A24.
Right.
And in fact, I think it was that year, like a couple short, like a month later, Green Room came out.
Yeah. Another great 2016 A24 flick.
So right off the bat, I'm really kicking myself for not seeing this in theaters. Cause I thought this was an excellent, excellent movie.
Yeah, my thoughts of it are muted only because I had this movie ruined for me. No, not really. I've seen parts of this movie before.
Oh.
Like the most important bits I had to watch for a class.
Oh.
So,
yeah,
I knew what happened going in, so in many ways it was just me like waiting for, when are we going to get to this part? Or, so that's probably what happens when this thing happens later on.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And that's what's kind of cool about this movie, though, is, so the obvious plot is a family's been banished because the dad isn't following the right kind of Christianity, and they're
1630s.
1630s, sorry. 1630s, New England settlement, compound, whatever the hell you call them back then. Plantation. Weird nunnery factory with weird people wearing weird hats and shit.
Right.
Anyway.
Pilgrims.
Yeah, pilgrims, sorry. We're just... Fucking point is, they're gone, all right? They're told to skedaddle and to leave, so they're exiled to their weird little hut village where it's basically just them.
Yes, it's just their family.
Bad shit starts to happen. They start to wonder if Anya Taylor-Joy... Wait.
Yes.
Is that it?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh, I finally got a 3-name person right. Yes! I'm sorry, it's just that's a first.
No, I get you, but she's in it.
I've had some troubles, with those, and I finally got
your Journey
one.
Smollett Bells and your Geneva Dvorak Robertsons or Robertson.
I don't even know. No, fuck that. Okay, let's relish in the one I got right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so. Oh shit! I forgot it. Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yes.
There we go. She's in this. Mm-hmm. A bunch of other people who straight up like, I don't know if it's like makeup or like the
casting,
costumes or the casting on this is so on point. Mm-hmm. All of the characters, I'm like, they look like they're just plucked out of a painting.
Yeah, they look like especially Ralph Ineson.
Yeah,
I think is how you pronounce his name. The dad, he looks super just like. That guy looks like a pilgrim. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just he's got a very old timey looking face.
Right. And well, speaking of old time, let's talk a little bit about the dialogue.
Yes, this was a speed bump for some people.
Well, I'll say this: when I was watching it, I didn't feel like having the TV particularly loud. Mm-hmm. The problem is you really had to finagle around with the volume quite a bit.
Yes.
To hear what they were saying.
And the dialogue in
this. The dad especially.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of, like they speak in old, like Manchester Puritan speak. Like, these, thines, thous, like super archaic. And it's, it's a lot of complex emotion that has to be delivered through this verbiage. And my hat fucking comes right off to these actors who have to, like, especially the younger ones, who have to, like, munch through this fucking dialogue that is just not easy. I don't care what nationality you are. It's like, you're not going to be... This is an easy fucking language for you. And they really do sell a lot of these moments, which require you to bite through some hard words that aren't around anymore.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like, when they're like, what is wrong with thee?
Yeah,
but they said it with such conviction. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, what is wrong with thee?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, why is thou being such a dick? But honestly, it was also cool because, at least in my, Philistine views, I don't really get a chance to hear that much outside of Shakespeare.
Right. And it lent to the authenticity really well.
That was the thing I was going to say is also I really liked this specific time period. Because I mistakenly said 1690s, but then I was thinking back to the movie. I'm like, no way. There's a lot of stuff that wasn't invented. Or they were living a little more primitively than by the 1690s.
Right.
And I always think movies like that are cool. Like The Revenant's another good example of that. It's like the frontiers days.
Well, they're all just really specific.
Yeah, because like it was, what was it? It was before the Civil War, right? In Revenant.
Yeah, it was right around 1700s ish.
No, it was it was like
1800s,
30s.
I thought it was like 1840s.
Whatever. It was like
either or.
The point is, it's a very specific time, which
it's not your average period piece. It's not like this is the 1970s. It's like we were around then.
Yeah, it's like we've seen that dozens of times.
Right.
Where this, again, it's the same thing with the earlier half of the 1600s.
Right.
Which, again, it was done so well. The scenery, that's one thing I thought was particularly standout, other than, obviously, the acting and the story, which was perfectly densely compact, tightly
not
wound.
Drawn out.
Tightly wound into 90 minutes. Of course, they do play it out.
Yes.
They play the slow burn, but again, this is the slow burn done right. Similar to Aliens, when I think of great slow burn, Aliens my prime example.
Right.
So, but back to the scenery, everything looked so perfectly dingy.
Yeah, really dreary and just really grimy looking. Everyone's like covered in dirt and shit, like when they're outside working.
Yeah. And it messes with you because you think in this world that they're depicting, it's like, I guess there could be witches.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, it really put me in their place where in reality, since we know the like legitimate witchcraft and magic do not exist. Well, actually, I'm a Wiccan. Like, shut up. But my point is, like, legit, like, flying the broomstick kind of shit does not exist. This movie gave me the perspective that I could understand how back then how people could think it was that.
Right. Well, like, even there's the scene where Mercy. She comes up and she's riding a broom or, like, a twig or something. And which is another great scene because Anya Taylor-Joy flips out on her.
That shit tweaked me out so much because, later she's like, I was only jesting, Mercy.
Yeah, and the brother's like, Thomason, stop.
Thomason, stop. And it's like, don't tell mom or like mother and father.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is she kidding or isn't she?
Yeah, there's a lot of fake outs in this. A lot of fakery and weird stuff.
But that's the thing that made this so cool is it keeps fucking with you for the first... Well, really, the whole movie.
Yeah, until the very end.
Till the very end, which is so weird because, like in other movies where you're waiting to find out, like, what's the deal here? Such as the timeless classic Revenge of Pinocchio.
Yeah.
No, but have you seen that one?
Oh yeah, it's
you know what I'm talking about, where it's like at the end you realize the little girl's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Or at least that's the way they depict it. So Pinocchio didn't commit any of the murders.
Right.
By the way, the movie has a low ass body count. 2 kills. Anyway, back to this movie.
Well, boy, when you do find out what's actually going on here, is it a fucking... Oh, man, what the hell is going on?
It's a trip.
We got goats on hind legs. We got bill hooks flying across through the air. And
man. That's the thing also to why... The reason they were able to, to win you over with the fact that you have to wait till the end for, like, the major reveal to happen. Mm-hmm. The reason that works is it's not boring along the way.
Right.
Like the brother just dies and it's all creepy and he's like, they're all circling around him praying like, that'll do it, right?
Spits the apple up and the kids are like...
The apples, because I thought, okay.
You want apple pecking?
Well, right, because my whole thing was, okay, if this is weird psychological... Like, they don't know what the hell happened. Mm-hmm. He must have choked on it or something weird happened. But I thought, on the other side, if it is witchcraft, it's like, I get it. He just spit up an apple because magic.
Yeah. And then the twins forget the fucking Lord's Prayer and shit.
Yeah, and then the twins started...
Just freaking out.
God, they just started geeking out real bad. And
there's a lot of good weirdness.
The dad does the 1600s version of, kids, don't pipe down back there. You kids, get piped down back there. There'll be no Cape Canaveral for anyone.
Oh, my God.
Smack. That's it. Back to Winnipeg. But the dad, it's just like the struggles of keeping a family together back then.
Yeah. That's, what's weird is like a lot of movies like Hereditary, another A24 movie, has the same like underpinnings of like
family themes,
like just trying to keep a family together with horror elements and supernatural elements, yes, but also just a family falling apart is a scary fucking thing to everybody.
It sure is, Billy. It sure is. And now let's just get right to it. So the ending, of course, here's the crazy part: is it's like, no, Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, Anya Taylor-Joy's character, Thomasin.
Yeah, Thomasin.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Thomasin,
yeah.
God, that's a weird one. Maybe that's why her family is like, I don't know.
They wanted a boy, clearly.
God was punishing them for giving their kids such stupid names. Anyway, so it turns out she wasn't a witch. Mm-hmm. Or maybe. That's what I mean. It's kind of confusing.
Not knowingly, at least.
Not knowing. The Force was... She had the midichlorians? Yeah. Is that what's going on?
I guess.
So she had the midichlorians in her.
Yes.
Or at least she didn't do shit on purpose. Mm-hmm. Either that, or my theory is the witches... that's what I mean. There's a lot of interpretation. But my way I thought of it was she didn't do it. The witches did it, and then they recruited her. Mm-hmm. Either that or the midichlorians. Those are like I guess I'm a dum-dum if I'm wrong on that.
Well,
I don't know.
Who recruited her specifically?
The witch who stole her baby.
Oh well, her. But I mean, like who
stole Samuel?
Yeah, Samuel. Who was the?
She was getting too intense about her peekaboo.
Who is the ombudsman between the witches and Thomasin?
I don't know.
Black Phillip, man.
Oh, right. The goat.
Fucking Satan himself.
That was what was so weird is they made it relatively obvious. There's something with these animals.
And something with these goats, man.
I couldn't help but compare it to South Park. Well, woodland critters, hail Satan, y'all.
Pretty much.
So...
But, yeah, it's a really, really strong effort. And as a first outing...
Is this guy's first movie?
First, like, feature-length thing, yeah.
So, I'd never seen this before, and I'm absolutely kicking myself not for seeing this. Mm-hmm. Despite the annoyingness with the volume mixing, I'll blame that on my TV, just because I like this movie so much.
Give it the old BOD, benefit of the doubt?
Definitely. And I'm going to go ahead and, I know I'm too easy on this shit sometimes, but that was a perfect score to me.
Really? Oh shit!
What's wrong with it? Other than the little thing I said, nothing.
I honestly don't have problems with it. I just have like my actual watching. Like I swear, if I hadn't seen this before, I would have given it a much higher score. But
no, that generally hurts things.
That's where I'm kicking myself.
However, double spoilers. Let's see. Okay, for instance, Fight Club. Mm-hmm. I knew the twist.
Yeah.
It actually didn't. It didn't. What the fuck is it?
Didn't affect you.
It really didn't affect my enjoyment of the movie.
I don't know why that.
This, however, I feel like that'd be a buzzkill if someone told me what happened in this.
Like the scenes we watched were literally the opening or one of the opening scenes with like the baby getting killed or taken and killed and turned into flying ointment, and then the end. Yeah. Like the last like 10 minutes, and I was like, okay. So I know everything, basically, almost.
You know what was also so crazy about the ending? I thought maybe they were like, because there are, people who practice witchcraft, but it's not like
pagan-y stuff.
Yeah, or like, they draw the pentagrams or whatever, and they say like they do, what is it called, like black mass or whatever.
Right.
I understand that those people exist and like whatever, it's like, do you? Mm-hmm. But what I thought was that's what they were when she walked up to the fire.
Then they start floating.
I'm like, oh shit, no, it's for real. Because I thought, but what about the one who entices
Caleb, I think is his name?
Whatever, Caleb or whatever. I'm like, shit. So they definitely are real witches. And then they walk to the fire. I'm like, okay, yep. Okay, so that the one who got Caleb, real.
How about that fucking scene where the mom imagines the two kids there and she's breastfeeding the one kid and it's a fucking crow.
I was like, this is like the best black metal music video I have ever seen.
Oh man, that's
I just feel like
scene.
You literally just take like some dark throne or bathory.
Yeah.
And you just overlay it. AV nerds, get on that. I've got the new Wizard of Oz, Dark Side of the Moon. Anyway,
so
I don't give a shit how many perfect scores I give out. That's
fine.
Well, it's just like it was really damn good, so I'm gonna have to give it.
Yeah.
So what about you? Oh my god! If you say 7.5,
no.
What do you got?
Not a 7.
Oh, how
I know.
Dare you?
I honestly think this would have gotten an 8 had I not known the ending going into it.
All right, you know what? I'll accept that. That's fair. Mm-hmm. So there you have it for The Witch.